Hello, quitters! So, right off the bat, I'm gonna put on a hat because my hair looks whack and I don't like it like that. We're gonna talk about the difference between art and craft. I've talked about this difference a lot in the past in previous vlogging projects that I've done, like Overexposed, and I just think about it a lot because I consider myself an artist. But I feel a drive to more so try to contextualize what I do in my mind as a craft, because I feel like it needs to be craft before it can be art. I'm just trying to personally put myself out there to do a lot of jobs where I'm not necessarily thinking artistically per se, but I'm just working technically. Nick, obviously acting is an art, however it's also a craft, and I think maybe in the past we've had conversations about this, about the difference between an art and a craft. Maybe I'm mistaken. Anyway, let's record it, and then we'll never be allowed to forget again because it'll be on the internet. And Sam, you're just you, and you do a lot of that stuff. I don't know. Like, this obviously applies to you because you're you, but I can't say how because you're you. And it's just like in a weird Sam way. One really useful distinction that I found on the internet last year is that if something serves an immediate purpose, then it's a craft, and if it doesn't, then it's art. And although I found that really useful when I first discovered it, recently I've been asking myself, really? Whoever made this chair that I'm sitting on is a craftsman because it serves the immediate purpose of being sat upon, and if someone were to make a similar chair and to put it up in a position where it's not necessarily meant to be sat on and call it a comment on office culture, on the nature of the cubicle, and how the chair, the office task chair, has become a modern middle-class prison. You could say stuff like that, then it would become art. However, for me, more and more art that doesn't have a point isn't really good art. When I turn to the television shows and the movies and the books that I'm interested in, they all have a motivation to provide commentary on either the medium that they're working in, the genre that they're dealing with, maybe they have a political agenda, but either way, it could be the greatest, nicest book ever, but unless it's trying to do something, unless it has an immediate social application, for me, it might be art, but it's definitely a lower grade of art than something that's actually trying to invoke change. I guess just meditate on it, and I really am interested to hear your thoughts on the nature of art versus craft, on the nature of commentary socially, politically, artistically, within art, whether you consider yourselves artists or craftsmen in the things that you either craft or artify. Now guys, I've done a bad thing. I was assigned punishment for failing to complete our first challenge, the failure challenge. It was to drink a disgusting cocktail.
Ketchup, peanut oil, mayonnaise, hot sauce, vodka, apple juice, and hot water in equal or semi-equal parts.
I have not done it. Nick and I arrived at an arrangement that I wasn't able to issue my challenge until I completed that punishment. However, rent is due, so Nick, since you're the only one of the three of us who doesn't at least know the gist of the challenge, I'm gonna issue you two choices. You can click here, and it's gonna take you to a video that outlines the challenge. Or you can click here, and then you can wait until after I've completed my punishment to find it out. I expect you to click here because you've expressed an interest in it. I'm gonna do the punishment, I just can't financially buy all the stuff for it right now. So yeah, here are your two choices. Do